So welcome to the online tutorial of database management system. Uh, we have started the online tutorial on unit 2 number 1, that is the database system concept, and we are going to cover the course outcome: design normalized database on a given data. Means after successful completion of this unit or this topic, you will get the sufficient amount of knowledge of how to design the normalized database on a given data. In previous tutorial, we discussed about what is the data, what is the database system, what are the applications of database, what is the concept of database management system, what are the popular database management system software that are used throughout the world, what are the drawbacks of file management system, and what are the advantages of database management system over the file system. So all these topic we have covered in the previous tutorial. Now in this tutorial, we will discuss about data abstraction, three-level architecture or three levels of data abstraction, database instance, database schema, and data independent. So these are the learning outcome of this tutorial. Now first is the data abstraction. Now you are going to learn the database management system. Then all of you know the importance of data in database management system. If data is there, then it is the database management system. If data is not there, there is no value for your database. If your data is lost or it is theft by any person or any system, okay, or it is hacked by anyone, then there is a loss of your data. So for that purpose, database administrator or database developer are use the concept of data abstraction. So data abstraction means what? Data abstraction means hide something. Now you are going to learn the database management system, then what you are going to hide? So you are going to hide the data. So in data abstraction, you are going to hide the data. The system hides the detail of how the data is stored and maintained. The database system or data abstraction concept hides the detail of your data. Okay. How actually that data is stored and maintained in your system from the external world. Means external person or external system does not get the knowledge about how your data is maintained and stored in your database. So that is the main function of the data abstraction. So nowadays there are a lot of database users. They can use the database or application program. So they are not well competent trained, means they have not sufficient knowledge about the database or about the computer. So for that purpose, database developer hides the complexity from the users through the several levels of abstraction. Why they are going to hide the complexity? Because user can simply interact with the system. Okay, user and system interaction will be made easily or it is made simply. That's why database developer are going to hide the complexity from the user. This is the architecture of three levels of data abstraction, or it is also known as the three-level architecture of database management system. As you can see in this diagram, it is the database physical level, or it is also known as the internal schema, conceptual level, or it is also known as the logical level, and third level is the view level. Okay, so these are the three levels. Which are the three levels? Physical level, logical or conceptual level, and view level. So physical level directly interact with the database system. So this architecture is very important when you are going to explain this topic or when you are going to write the answer about the three levels of data abstraction or three-level architecture of the database management system. Now, what are the three levels of data abstraction? This such a question should be asked by the external examiner in MSBT practical exam. So these are the first is the physical level, logical level, and third one is the view level. Now we will discuss about the physical level. What are the function of physical level? So it is the lowest level of data abstraction. It is the lowest level of data abstraction that are going to describe how the data are actually stored. What are the function or what is the function of physical level? So physical level, as you can see in this diagram, it is the lowest level of data abstraction that are going to describe how the data are actually stored in your database. Okay, so that is the function of physical level. Physical level describe the complex low-level data structure in detail. Okay. What are the algorithm or what are the data structure are used for to storing the data in the database that are described by the physical level? You have to remember only one thing about the physical level, that is physical level. It is the lowest level of data abstraction. As this can you can explain this from the diagram. It is the lowest level of data abstraction that is used for describe how the data are actually stored. Okay, so that is the main function of physical level. So second level is the logical level. It is the next higher level of the data abstraction. Okay, logical level is present above the physical level. That's why we are going to refer as the next higher level of a data abstraction. That is describe what data are stored in the database. Okay, what data are stored in the database and what are the relationship exist among those data. So that is the main objective of logical level. It is the next higher level. Okay, it is the next higher level of the data abstraction, but it describes what data are stored in the database and what are the relationship exist among those data. Okay. Physical level is describe how the data and logical data describe what type of data are stored in your database and what are the relationship exist among those data. So that is the difference between physical level and logical level. So database administrator who must decide what information to keep in the database use the logical level of data abstraction. So database administrator is a person who is responsible for maintaining the data and storing the data in the database. So the database administrator decides what information should be kept in your database and what information should be discarded from the database. So database administrator is a person who is totally responsible for storing, for maintaining your data in your database. So this is the logical level. Third level is the view level. So view level is what? It is the highest level of data abstraction. As you can see in the diagram, it is the highest level of data abstraction which only describe part of your entire database. Okay, which can describe part of your entire database. As you can see in the diagram, there are various views are available for a single database. Okay. So that is means what? It only describes the part of your entire database. The view level of abstraction exists to simplify their interaction with the system. Users are only accessible up to the view level. User does not have access to the logical and physical level. Okay, so they are only interact with the view level. Okay, so through the view level, they can only interact with the database. Okay, but they have not directly contact or interaction with the database. The system provides many views for the same database. Okay, the system provides the many views for the same database. So the example is that Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra. Okay, there is only one database, but it can provides the different view. Means at a single time or at the same time, multiple users can access that application or that web portal, and there is a huge amount of database in the backend, but all the user gets the views. Means you can see the different products on your mobile or on your laptop screen. Okay, that's why the system provides the many views for the same database. So that are the three levels of data abstraction. Okay, what is the data abstraction? Data abstraction means we are going to hide the data. Three levels of data abstraction: physical, logical, and view level. Okay. So our next topic is the database instance. What is the database instance and what are the role of database instance? The collection of information stored in a database at a particular moment. Collection of information stored in a database at a particular moment is called as the instance of database. Okay. As all of you know, what is the database? Database means what we are going to collect the information and storing that information in our database. So, what is the definition of database instance? As you can see on your screen, the collection of information stored in a database. When you are going to store the information in your database at a particular moment, that moment is known as the instance of your database. These definitions are asked in MSBT exam for 2 marks as well as in an external practical examination. Next is the database schema. So the overall structure and design of the database is called as the database schema. When you are going to design your database or structure of your database, such a design or such a structure is called as the database schema. Means what kind of data you have to store, that is described by the database administrator. So such a structure is known as the database schema. Means what? The overall design and structure of your database is known as the database schema. Database system have a several schema partition according to the level of abstraction. So according to the level of abstraction. So I'm going to ask you which type of level is used for the schema partition. So it is decided by the database administrator, and database administrator is work on the logical level. So the answer is the logical level. Means what type of data you have to store it in database, that is decided by the database administrator. That's why the structure and design is decided by the database administrator. What is the database schema? So the overall design and structure of your database is known as the database schema. Now, our last part is data independence. So what is the data independence? The ability to modify schema definition in one level without affecting a schema definition in the next higher level is called as the data independence. As we have covered the three levels of data abstraction. Okay, physical level, logical level, and view level. The ability to modify schema definition in one level. So database administrator, suppose what is the function of physical level, how the data is stored, and what is the function of logical level, what type of data is stored. So if database administrator is working at the logical level, it does not affect to the view level. Okay. Now example of this, many times you can see the sale is coming to the Flipkart, Amazon. Okay, and the product catalogs are changes randomly. But when the product catalog are changes randomly or frequently, in the back end there are the changes are going on. But the changes are when the changes are going there, they does not affect to the views. Means it is not possible that key user cannot open that app or user cannot open that web portal. Means what? Database administrators are working in the back end, but there is no effect to the schema definition. That's why the ability to modify schema definition in one level, if database administrator working at the physical or logical level, it does not make affect to the physical level as well as to the logical level. So that's why this is the definition of data independence, the ability to modify schema definition in one level without affecting a schema definition in the next higher level. So if database administrator working at the logical level, so which is the next higher level? So next higher level is the view level, right? Which is the next higher level? Next higher level is the view level. So when there are any changes made at the logical level, it does not affect to the view level. Means user can access that web portal, access that application without any affection to the database. So such a concept is called as the data independence. Now there are two types of logical data independence. First is there are two types of data independence. First is the logical data independence and second is the physical data independence. Logical data independence means what? Ability to modify the logical schema. Means database administrator modify the logical level. Means what type of data? He can modify that structure by adding some new data or by deleting some old data from the database. He can able to modify that changes. That's why the ability to modify logical schema. When database administrator is work the logical level, that independence is known as the logical data independence. Second type is a physical data independence. So it is the ability to modify the physical schema. When any changes are made at the physical level, such a changes are known as the physical data independence. Means what? We are going to modify the physical level. What is the logical data independence? When database administrator is going to modify the logical level, okay, that is known as the logical data independence. So that is all about the today's tutorial. What we discuss in this tutorial. First, we discuss about the data abstraction, then three levels of data abstraction. After that, we have covered the database instance, database schema, and last is the data independence and two types of data independence. Thank you.